Our team at Law Enforcement Today and Blue Lives Matter believes that we need to have strong men and women out there fighting for our country. And I've been blessed to know this incredible man, Sheriff Lamb, for several years now. He's on our board of advisors. He helps guide us on the best way to represent law enforcement and supporters across America. And I'm out here today because this man is, he threw his hat in the ring and you're running for office.
I am. Somebody should have talked me out of it, but I'm running for the U.S. Senate. Like you said, America needs people that focus on the Constitution, stick to it. And we need, honestly, just a few more cowboy hats and belt buckles back in Washington, D.C., so.
You know, a couple things I want to touch on because these are the kinds of questions that our audience asks. COVID, what were your feelings on mandates?
Well, honestly, I didn't believe much in COVID in the first place. I mean, look, it was a real thing, but I was not for the lockdowns. As a matter of fact, I stood against the lockdowns. I wasn't for the mask mandates. Those aren't laws. Mandates and orders are not laws. And we stuck to the Constitution, and we stuck to what was right. In the end, look, it proved to be, you know, not that you want to be proved right, but we were right that we stood against the lockdowns, stood against the mask mandates and the vaccine mandates. We believe in letting people make those choices for themselves.
People always want to know, constitutional sheriff, how does he feel about the Second Amendment?
I love all the amendments of the Constitution. I really love the Second Amendment because I'm a gun guy. But you know, look, in the end, you got to protect all of them. If you allow them to change the Second Amendment, promise you they'll come after the First after that, and the Fourth, and the Fifth, and the Sixth. You can't give an inch on it. And I'm a huge Second Amendment supporter, and anything I can do all across this country, I try to do to support that. So yeah, two-way, all the way.
During 2020, all the riots and the anarchy, there were people who called for you to take a knee with some of these organizations. Who do you take a knee for?
God, that's it. And probably when I would propose to my wife. That was about it. I think we need strong law enforcement leadership in this country. The line on law enforcement has been moved not because of the good men and women that put on the badge every day, but because of weak leadership across this country. We need to make sure that we have strong leadership that keep the ship on course even through the storms, protect the crew, make sure the crew's needs are met, which happen to be the men and women that put on this badge. And which is why I love what you guys do for in law enforcement today.
The border crisis, we're told that it's not a crisis. That's what the mainstream media says. They say that it's just innocent women and children looking for a better life. What are you seeing?
Well, that's a lie. It's a crisis. It's actually, I think, the greatest threat to our national security and American lives every day. Fentanyl poisons, leading cause of death. That alone should be what we're looking at. But now you talk about the terrorist threat that we've led in this country. We can't get into all the statistics today, but I will tell you, it is the greatest threat we're facing right now.
What do you want people to know about you, your family, your campaign?
That I'm a patriot who is willing to fight valiantly for God, family, freedom in this country. Everything we do is because we want it to be a better place for our children and our grandchildren. So come support me at sherifflamforsenate.com, running for the Senate, like you said, and would love any support you can give. In the end, I'm a constitutional guy. I'm a real American. I'm not one of these wealthy elites or somebody that the wealthy elites wants in office. I'm a guy who believes in doing what's right and following the Constitution.
Here at Law Enforcement Today and Blue Lives Matter, we've endorsed two people in the past, only two. We endorsed President Trump, along with basically like 99% of law enforcement. And we endorsed Eli Crane, who ran for Congress, who's been my best friend for about a decade. So now I want to add three. This man is exactly what America needs right now. The only problem that I have with you being elected is that means that there's going to be a big hole over here in this area, and your leadership has been second to none. The love that the community has for you is second to none. The love that I felt coming into your home and meeting your family and having met so many of your guys over the years, you might be the most loved sheriff in all of America. So it's gonna be a hole there, but proud to support and stand behind this man. So go support him, go support his campaign. And for those of you who don't have the coin to throw in right now, the one greatest thing that you can do is share this video, because America needs to see this man and they need to see this man in office.
Brother, thank you.
God bless you, man.
Thank you, and thank you to the LET family. I appreciate it.
God bless you all.
God bless everybody.
America.